a news story that mashes up how Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are still working on the divorce settlement with an unrelated claim about the daughter Shiloh recently ignoring him in Paris is just absurd clickbait. The patched-together article was made up by Celebrity Insider, a site known for publishing fake news. In its latest fabricated tale, the often discredited outlet takes snippets from several different reports about Jolie and Pitt to create a piece that makes no sense but is designed to dupe readers into clicking onto its post because of the celebrities' names. The article begins by regurgitating widely reported stories last week about how Pitt and Jolie are privately working out the divorce settlement, which began around 17 months ago when they split up. The blog then bizarrely asks, has this lengthy breakup process resulted in Pitt's own children locking him out of their lives? Not surprisingly, the site never even attempts to answer that odd question. Also out of nowhere, the website then adds a nonsensical sentence about how Jolie's decision to leave Pitt had nothing to do with the 6 kids' education. Following that ridiculousness, the outlet jams into its incoherent article yet another unrelated phrase about how Jolie recently reflected on working with Pitt during her directorial debut in 2015's By the Sea. What do the children's education and Jolie's directing have to do with her and Pitt's protracted divorce negotiations? Of course, not only do those things have nothing to do with the couple's divorce settlement, but the outlet's information is also entirely incorrect. Jolie made her feature film directing debut with the 2011 In the Land of Blood and Honey. She then followed that up in 2014 with Unbroken. The lazy outlet didn't even bother to fact-check Jolie's credits on IMDb. Seemingly, it was too busy creating this fake news story to focus on anything resembling the truth or accuracy. Only towards the end of the article is the subject of Shiloh ignoring Pitt discussed again. Without giving any specifics, the blog notes that when they were recently in Paris, Jolie and her 6 kids visited the famous bridge overlooking the River Seine, and while there, Shiloh attached to the structure a tiny lock marked with the first initial of everyone in the family, except her dad. The website, picking up on Star's previously debunked cover story, wrongfully adds that by not including a B for Brad on the lock, Shiloh was disowning her dad. As mentioned above, the disjunctive article makes virtually no sense. Still, while Gossip Cop can confirm that famous exes are quietly hammering out the divorce agreement, the rest of the report's unrelated narrative about Shiloh, Pitt and the lock in Paris is 100% false. As we previously reported, Shiloh included only the initials of her siblings and mom because they were all together when she affixed the lock to the famous bridge overlooking the River Seine, which Celebrity Insider didn't even care to find out is called the Ponce des Arts Bridge. Frankly, the website's whole article is fake news at its worst. It has no real premise nor actual sources to back up its convoluted claims. It was simply manufactured with Jolie and Pitt's names to be clickbait.